Niklas, good to meet you. I hope you're settling in well. How is life in Glasgow for you so far in the early days of your career here?
Everything's been going well for me. Just handling some stuff to make life easier here, and everything's going well.
Good. So you've been here for a couple of weeks now. You arrived with Jeff Solo, who joined the team around the same time as you. How much are you enjoying bonding with him? It must be nice to have someone to share the new experience with.
Yeah, I think it's helped a little bit that it was me and Solo coming here at the same time, so you're not kind of alone or the only one who has like new things all the time. But yeah, and then in the locker room we sit together, so that's been fun too.
So let me take you all the way back to the start of your career. What got you into ice hockey, and when did you realise it was going to be a career for you?
I probably started skating when I was 3 years old, and I think my dad took me to an outside rink. And in Finland, I guess that's the sport everyone plays, so that was about it. And then probably when I was maybe around 16, 17, I realized that maybe I could have a professional career ahead of me.
I'm glad you mentioned the two-way thing. That was something I was wanting to ask you about. You know, you are an offensive defenceman, I think is the best way to put it. So how did that start out as a forward, and then found yourself being sort of dragged back into the defensive lines? How did you make that transition?
I actually I played center a lot, so there's a lot of similarities to playing D, but it was this tournament, maybe I think I was around 16 and we didn't have enough D, so I jumped in as D, and then a little later after that I kind of just stayed D and realized that maybe that could also be a good thing for me to play D.
So I'm curious to know, as someone who can play both in D and in the offensive lines, what do you get the most joy out of? Scoring goals and assists, or making those big blocks?
Yeah, I would say winning. Doesn't really matter what comes with it, but winning is the thing for me.
That's not the answer I was looking for. So you left Finland back in 2015. You've played in Denmark. You've played in Austria as well. Going back to 2015, and you moved to Sweden to begin with. Why was that the right time to leave your native country?
I don't know if it's never the right or wrong time to do something, but I think things happen for a reason, and that's the way my career went. And yeah, that's about it.
And of course, you've come here now at this stage in the season. Was coming to the UK something you wanted to do at some point in your career, or did it just happen the way it's worked out?
I'd had some conversations before, like previous seasons, but it kind of happened pretty fast. I had some opportunities that then at the end of the day didn't happen, and then this one came up, and now I'm here.
I want to ask you about this season as well. Prior to coming to the Clan, after leaving Denmark at the end of last season, you weren't really anywhere at that point. So what had you been doing in the months leading up to your move to the Clan, and how did you keep fit in that time?
Yeah, so I was skating and training at home, and also doing a little bit of school. So my basic day routine was pretty much skate or go to the gym and then study a little bit and wait for the right opportunity to come in front of me.
So how does it feel then to be thrust straight into a fight for the playoffs? Big games coming up more or less every night now. How are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah, it's been really nice actually, and I think it's nice that the games we have left are all like very big games. So there you can't take a game off. We need every point we can get to make the playoffs, and it will be fun games coming up.
Definitely, and as we look ahead to those games coming up, you're right in what you say. They're big, big games indeed. A few personal things, if you don't mind me asking. First of all, you're wearing the number 55 for the Glasgow Clan. This question can be hit or miss sometimes. It just depends. Is there a story as to why you wear that number? Is there any significance to it?
There's no significance because I used to wear number 11 when I was a forward, and then when I switched to D, I thought like maybe switch the number, and kind of after that, I've always been 55 if it's been available.
So when you're on the road, and I asked this question of Jeff Solo as well, what is it you like to do to make up your time? Some guys watch movies, some guys read books, other guys sleep. What do you do on the bus when you're on the road?
That's a tough one. I would say sleep. Sleep and yeah, that's the question answer.
Fair enough. And of course, I've only been in Scotland for a few weeks now. How are you finding the local dialect? How are you finding the language? And have you picked up any Scottish words yet?
Sometimes it's a little tough maybe to understand, but I think every day it gets a little easier, and yeah, I don't think there's any Scottish words I've picked up yet, just normal English.
So let's go to the last question then. I did ask you to come up with something interesting not many people know about you. What have you got for us? What can you tell us?
I can tell that if there's a party and if needed, I can play the guitar.
Ah, a man with a talent. What songs do you play? What are you good at?
I used to play a lot of Metallica when I was younger, but now it's more like acoustic stuff.
Right, cool. Is this something you do quite often at parties? You bring the guitar with you just in case?
No, haven't played in a long time, but if needed, I can do it.
I'm sure the guys watching this will be interested to know that next time you all get together. Niklas, it's been great getting to know you. Thank you very much for your time, and best of luck for the rest of the season.
Yes, thank you very much.